Snake feeding time. Okay. First feeding in this house. Here you get, bam. Bam! It's the first feeding in this house. Most people feed the snake in their normal enclosure. And I don't do that because, well, I did it once, and for some reason the rat split in half and was like really gory, and then he got mites. It was a long cycle to get rid of the mites. Now he got this one head first, so he just got to swallow it. Oh, focus.
Stupid skirt has evaded me from far too long. Where is the stupid skirt?
But he got mites the one time because I fed him in the tank, and we had to take him out and hold him, keep him in something similar to this, and soak his whole tank in bleach water for like a couple days at least. I don't know how long it was, but long process. That's why I do it in here. And I used to do it with paper towels, but that was just much harder to clean up, so I do a thin film of water, and so he's all wet, but that's fine. Makes the cleanup way easier. He was lucky because he got this one right smack on the head, and so he can just swallow it. He doesn't have to go and hunt around for its head first, which he has to do a lot of times. I can actually, now he's occupied, so I can stick it in the top.
Take the peels out of here?
Yes.
Thank you.
I've heard ball pythons are very picky eaters, but he is not at all. There's been like 2-3 times where he has not eaten the food I've given him, but that's about it. Obviously this is not one of them. Some people feed their snakes frozen rats. And so I once heard of like some kind of, I think it was a king snake that swallowed a golf ball. And so it had to have like surgery to get it out.
Cool, is he ugly?
But
No.
I defrost them all first so they're nice and warm.
Oh, he's ugly. Good.
I don't know what he would do with a live rat. He's eaten frozen, thawed for his whole life.
I expect all people to have ugly children. Good.
Now he's got it down partly in his throat. I think he's got like the first third of it in there.
Yes, I also don't have.
And so its front legs are already down, but his neck is expanding. So cool to see that happen. If I can get a better angle. Not really. But he walks his jaws forward and just kind of like slowly consumes it.
And she's with Archie, which is also people.
But the teeth hook backwards. And so each jaw, well, there's like the main jaw bones, and then there's the teeth are, well, on the bottom jaw they're connected, but the top jaw they're actually not. They're on this special like moving thingy, and that piece, it moves forward, lifts up and moves forward, then sinks in, so the teeth hook in, and they're hooked backwards, and then it pulls forward. Well, it pulls back into the mouth, and so he just kind of like marches his jaws forward and eats it. Another thing he does is he arches his neck forward like that, and then when he shoves forward, he straightens it, and then he'll coil and push the throat skin, I'm not entirely sure what that's called, forward. See, he does that, curls, and then he pushes forward.
And he sometimes dates Cheryl. He sometimes dates Betty. And he sometimes dates Veronica. I showed you something. His top two are Veronica. Okay. Veronica's super rich. Hi,
Let's see if I can show it here. Now his neck is really expanded.
This looks exactly like it.
They have two separate jawbones, or at least bottom jawbones. The top is part of the skull, but like we have one piece, one mandible, and they have two. Snakes do. I think that's pretty much all snakes.
Betty's super like girly and stuff. But she wears
Shadow.
clothes.
Shadow.
She's like the perfect student.
He's almost got it now. And there we go. And now he lifts it up so gravity helps. But he still does that neck thing. He can't really do the teeth anymore because there's not a solid piece of body to hook onto. I don't know if you can see, but right there, there's those rows of teeth right there. And right there, that is his breathing apparatus. It goes to his lungs like a breathing tube while he's swallowing things so he can actually breathe. See, now it's, well, you can't see now, but he just opened it, took a breath, and then closed it. Look how thick his neck is now. And he's almost finished. It'll take him. Right now his heating pad's not on, even though I probably should have it on because it's fall. But so it'll take him probably like 4 days to digest this and poop it out. Normally it might take 2, but not much of a delay. It's not really a big problem. It's not like too cold here because we're in Arizona, and I mean it gets cold, but not really cold. He's indoors. Once he gets it completely swallowed, you won't even be able to tell that it's in him. He'll look exactly the same.
Have I heard of Archie? Yes. They've been around a long time.
There's the tongue again.
Well, not very, very old. Sorry, Mom. But you know, for as long as comics have been old.
They're older than I am, Tessa.
Yeah, they're pretty old. But
Now the rat is about there. Oh, okay.
are you filming this?
There's been a couple times where he wants to eat again right after. I've thought about giving him a large rat. I tried giving him a large rat once and he didn't eat it. So I'm gonna stick this lid back on now.
Could you feed him maybe 2 rats? I will eat them, I promise.
So
I made it fresh.
he might be big enough that he can eat a large one. He's about my age. I got him when I was like 7, so 9 years ago. And he should live another 10 years at least. But His name is Mitch. Oh, there's the yawn. He always yawns afterwards. Oh, there, that's the first snake feeding video I've ever made.
Hi.
Here he is, back to normal. Looking to see if there's any more. Bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed.